Welcome, Force fans, and thank you for joining me today. We are doing another unbagging, I guess you call it. It's not really a box this time, but we got a package that came in from Resin Head's Custom Curiosities. Now, I know you guys have probably seen some of their stuff on some of the Facebook groups. I know I've done a video on some of the stuff that they've sent me in the past. They've had a lot of items that and creations that they've come out with over the last few months, and they got around to just sending me a package full of stuff. So we're going to take a look at it. We're going to see what all's inside here and look at each one of them, show you what we got. So let's get to it. So the first thing that I'm pulling out that I can see here is a nice little box that has their sticker on the front. As you can see, let me get the angle here. That's the sticker, logo sticker for Resin Heads. And then let's see what else we got. We got a bag in here with some necklaces that we're going to take a look at, and also a UV light keychain, which that'll come in handy, definitely. So let's set that off to the side and let's get this box open and see what we got in here. So I'll tell you what, we got a lot of stuff inside this package here. One of the things that we did get, I will show you here, is we got some how do you refer to them? Mr. Peepers, which honestly are these little resin, I know they're hard to see, but little resin skulls, you know, that he's got. They're actually pretty cool looking. One of the little things he does, I guess, when he has some extra resin available, or when he's done making a pour, he makes these little skull resin skulls that are pretty cool. The front of the box here actually has a little clear one on there. I know it's a little bit hard to see, but it's got a little clear one on the front there. So it's a nice little addition there to the box that he sent. But what I want to do is go ahead and get started taking a look at some of these Kybers that he sent, because I'm telling you what he makes it's got some unbelievable characteristics on it. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to start with the first one in the list that I've got here. Let me get it set up on the camera here for you. And this one here is called the Skull Kyber Red-Eye Jedi Yellow Variant. So let me get it set up here for it. We'll take a look at it here in just a second. So here we are with the Skull Kyber, the Red-Eye Jedi Yellow Variant. Now, these Kybers will be available in one of 6 different color variants that you can get with this design. Each color is $35. We're going to look at them here in just a second on their store page. You also get a 1 in 25 chance at getting a large skull version of this kind of Kyber, kind of like a chase version almost. Currently, they only have the blue, red, and yellow variants available, so keep your eyes out. Look on their Etsy store. They're gonna come up eventually here to where you'll be able to get one of the other 3 colors as well. These are single chipped. The color and the voices will be chosen by the customer, so if you decide to purchase one, you know, you'll be able to choose what color voice or what voice you want to go with the color, because as we know, a lot of them, you know, the reds have multiple different voices. The yellow, like this, has one of 2 different voices. The blue has one of 2 different voices on there. So you'll be able to choose which voice pack you want to have to coincide with the color Kyber that you're going to get. They will be adding drop downs to the site, and I'll show you here what I'm talking about. Looking over on their actual store page, on the store page you'll see on here where it is $35 for it, but currently they have the yellow version and they have the blue version on there, and then On here is where you can pick the red version. And you can see they've got 4 different versions shown on the page currently, with the purple on here showing what it would look like, but not currently available yet. And you can see this red one here over the picture. I believe that one is one of the variants that has the larger skulls inside those. So as we scroll down here and look, they are fully compatible with your Savi sabers and the holocrons. And like I said, it does have a 1 in 25 chance of getting one of the big skull crystals. So these are limited to only 25 of each color that are available. That's why there's only a couple colors on there currently for you to be able to choose from. So look for those to come here soon. So the one that I got is actually number 2 out of 25 this particular run. So there should be still more of these available. I don't know what the current count is as far as how many have been sold and how many are left available of the yellow color. It does not currently say on here, but I do know that there are a number of these that, looking on his store page, number of the Kybers he's got on here that people do have in their shopping carts. So if you're looking for a particular Kyber, make sure, if you're interested in one of them, look on there and see, because you may miss out on it, because some of these are limited, just like this. So the next one we're going to go to is called the Jedi Slayer, and it's the Emperor's Gift. So this is going to be an open edition. Now I'm going to show you 2 different versions that I have here, or 2 different ones that I was sent. And I think the difference there's a slight difference between each one. So we'll take a look at those now. So here are the 2 that I got from the guys over at Resin Heads. This particular, as you see here, these particular ones, I was sent 2 of them. One of them is the open edition version that you would get, which is the bottom one on here, showing the card there. On the other side, it does not have any kind of information as far as a number or anything like that on it. The top one was the first Kyber in the set. In other words, when he went in to make the Kybers, this is the first one that he made. He sent this one to me as well. So I do appreciate that from you guys over there at Resin Heads. Thank you very much for the additions that you did send me. Now these, as looking at this is what is referred to as a random proof. Okay, the random proof being basically your artist proof, random insert, if you will, that they will send out to some of their, faithful repeat customers potentially. You might get one as a first-time customer. You never know. So make sure you check your package. You may look in there and see that there's more in there that you ordered, or more than you ordered. And as a result, hey, you got something good for free. Definitely something different to be able to see. So I got this one here. This is the Jedi Slayer Emperor's Gift. Like I said, this is an open edition Kyber. They are being made in small batches. Okay, so if you happen to go to the store page and they're currently sold out, which at this moment, looking, double checking, they are not sold out at the moment, but they, as of right now when I'm making this video, there's only 5 left. So if you're interested in one of these, make sure you jump on this one quick, because otherwise you may miss out on it until it comes back in stock. And I don't know how soon that will be. So at some point, though, according to the description on here, there will be a chase version on there. And as you can see, proof variants that will be available as well. They do also, I'll show you here on the page, they sell for $35 a piece as well. Let me jump over there for you. They sell for $35 a piece. Here is the design on the page here. And he's got multiple different pictures. Let's click on it so you can see a larger picture here. Multiple different pictures of the designs on here. I mean, there are some awesome looking Kybers in there. Gonna have, and I believe that's gonna be one of the chase designs. that will have kind of the white mixed in with the red. That'll be interesting to see. And then, of course, you've got that signature Resin Heads glow that pops in there on just about all the Kybers that he makes. Everything has some kind of UV reactivity, and it really, I mean, just it sets these Kybers off, makes them look so good. You can see here, even one of the skull keychains that he's made has a variation in the color, and I'm telling you, the color you see there with that blue, that's not the color when you look at it in normal light without the UV on it. I have one that's red, and whenever I hit it with UV light, it turns green. So it's amazing the way that the color changing aspects in UV light happen with these Kybers. It's very, very unique design on there. But like I said, these are $35 each. You can see right here, there are only 5 left available. So if you're interested in one of these, grab it quick, because they may be gone for a while before they come back. So this is the Council's Gift, and it's one of the Master Kybers. This Kyber is available in one of 6 colors, and they come in 3 different raw or uncut designs with 3 different types of light that they work with. They also glow like the other ones that I've mentioned, so make sure if you don't have a UV light like the one that I use, my UV flashlight, make sure you grab one to really get the full effect of these. If you want to get the one like I have, it's less than $10 if I remember right, and the link will be down in the description below where you can snag one of those off of Amazon. This one here is also $35. It's a really awesome looking Kyber. Let me get you over here so you can see the page. Like I said, $35. Has a drop down so you can pick which color you would like to have it done in. And the pictures here are just really unbelievable. You've got this pinkish red color. Here's a good variant, or a good showing of the colors designs. So you've got, you know, a couple different designs here as far as the cuts and stuff. You've got the one here like I've got. Here you go as far as the look of how they look, you know, without the UV light hitting them, with your green, your amethyst, your yellow, your white, your blue. I know there's also going to be, I believe, a red available. Looking at it here, kind of gives you an idea of the way that the coloration glows on here. Here's another view. You can see how they glow. I mean, there's the red cuts across the top you can see. And I mean, the glow is just unbelievable on these. Some more pictures of them, and then here's again 5 of the different colors with your blue, yellow, your white, your green, the amethyst. I really like the green. That's why when he reached out to me and asked me which one I would like, I wanted this one because I love how it has this clear coloration across the top. It makes it very unique as far as the design of how it glows. And that one's actually the one here on the far right hand side, and you can see how the light, how it glows through there. And I'm going to show you how each one of them glow here in just a few minutes. So you'll be able to see on each one of the Kybers how they look. So let's go ahead and move on to the next Kyber set that we have, and this is the first set that they're offering over at Resin Heads. So let's take a look at that. I'll show you what we got. Now, what better way is there to commemorate one of the greatest battles that we could watch in the prequel trilogy than the battle between Dooku and Yoda? The two of them going at it after Dooku battled Obi-Wan and Anakin. Of course, that we know that's how Anakin ends up losing half of one of his arms. And Yoda comes in, and knowing Yoda being Dooku's original master when he was a Jedi, before Dooku took Qui-Gon Jinn in as his Padawan. So this particular set being the first set that they've released, does run a cost of $70, but you do get 2 Kybers in it, and it will be limited to a count of 100 total sets. So if it's something that you're interested in, make sure you go and take a look at it on their site, because looking at it right here, they only have 9 sets available right now. Now, I believe these may be being made in small batches, so they aren't going to go completely away until all of them have been sold. But this is a set that's only limited to 100. So definitely jump on it if you're looking to get this set before it goes away, because once it does, you don't know if it's going to come back. Pictures wise, I mean, they look awesome with the way that they have the uncut raw look to them on it, and then you've got your glow. I mean, look how that red almost shines like an amethyst, but that green really pops and jumps out at you. I mean, it's really unbelievable how these look in different types of light. I mean, I've had it sitting in regular ambient light inside my house, from fluorescent bulbs, from incandescent bulbs, from UV bulbs, you know, take them outside and look at them in normal sunlight, and the colorations are all different, you know, as far as the intensity of different colors based on what kind of light that you're in. Really makes these just pop and jump out at you. So just make sure, if you are interested in it, go to the link down below, grab one of these sets before they're gone. All right, so the next Kyber we're going to look at, this one's not been released yet. This one is part of his new series called the True Kyber line. Okay, and you say, what is that? What is a True Kyber line? Well, these Kybers actually have real quartz crystal inside the Kyber itself. I don't know how he managed to do it, but he's managed to put it in there. And this is it will be one of the first ones that I know of that any crafter has done that's actually had a real crystal inside the Kyber. And the fact is you're able to see the Kyber as well. And I'm going to show you, you know, some of what we've got here with it. But, you know, this one here is the original artist proof. So this is the first one that he made. He wanted to send it to me to get it out, get a look at it, and to let you guys see what's coming up soon, so you can see it firsthand before it's available and be able to jump on it whenever it does come available. I don't know if you can really tell looking at it, but inside there, and you can see it right there, the coloration difference. It does have true quartz inside this. From what he tells me, looking at this one here, this is only about 5% resin in this whole thing. It's kind of coated with resin on the outside. And these little side pieces here and here, these are resin. The rest of this in here, this is all quartz crystal. I mean, you can even see down here on this end the slight coloration difference that you get with quartz. Because if you've ever seen real quartz, it's crystal clear on one end, but it has that whitish look on the other, where it hasn't quite developed all the way down as it's growing from the geode that it's on. And I mean, it's really interesting. Now, these do have a little bit more weight to them. I didn't realize till I picked it up, they are a little bit heavier. And I know it doesn't sound like much, but a normal Kyber crystal, all the ones that we've looked at so far, when you put them on a scale, they basically weigh about 0.1 ounces. These particular ones, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about when I say these particular ones, they actually weigh anywhere from 0.2 to 0.3 ounces based on the size of the quartz crystal that's inside the Kyber. And it's really awesome the way it looks. I can't show it to you on the store page yet because it's not available. I don't know yet what the price point is going to be on these, but I mean, it looks really good the way it is. And looking at the card, as you can see, this is the original sculpt. It has real quartz inside the resin. And this is, you know, being the original, it is a 1 of 1 special edition that he's going to be doing right now, but they will be coming available soon. My understanding is they will, you'll be able to get these in multiple different colors, different cuts based on the size of the quartz that's in there. I don't know all the information, the details about it, because he hasn't given me a bunch of it yet, but he just wanted to get this out there for you guys to see, something that's going to be upcoming. Now, I said these Kybers when I'm talking about the Ilum Relic Kyber, the true Kyber line that they're going to be making. And the reason I said that is because, honestly, he sent me a couple of the pendants, you know, the necklaces that he's going to have available. And there's a couple different variations to these necklaces. I want to show you here on his storefront so you can see what I'm talking about here. And these necklaces are all in different colors. You can get multiple different colors. You can get them in different designs. So you get the Jedi Slayer, the Master Kyber, the Heart of Ilum, the Natural, the Relic Hunter, traditional cuts, the Deluxe, and the Ilum Deluxe. Ilum Deluxe is the first necklace that I'm going to show you here. So this is what the Ilum Deluxe looks like, and I mean, it is a large Kyber. To give you an idea, this is the one that we just looked at, the Ilum Relic. Now, the Ilum Relic being one that has quartz in it, this one here does as well. This one has some good weight to it. It's actually close to, it's right at 0.3 ounces. So it is a little bit heavier. I love the way it has this raw look down here on the end, where you can see like all the jagged edges, you know, the extra little pieces that are growing on the side there, like it's additional crystals that are on it. I mean, it just looks really cool. So this being a true quartz, this is a piece of quartz with resin overlay over top of it as well. Now, these pendant versions of them, they are not Savi's compatible. As far as I know. Yeah, and it says on here, looking at the store page, let me go back and show you on the store page. It literally has the disclaimer right down here. These are to wear and display and do not contain RFID chip. Now, with that one there, we also have a version of the Master Kyber, which the original Master Kyber that I showed you earlier, being this one here that has that crystal look to it. This is a purple variant of it, the amethyst variant, done in a necklace. This one also has a piece of quartz in it, but the one that really jumps out, this one's called the Relic Hunter. And this particular one here, you can really see the quartz inside this one. I mean, you right there in the middle, you can see the quartz, you can see the color variation down here at the base. And this one's got a little bit more resin on it because this is a smaller piece of quartz inside here, but he wanted to make it a little bit larger size-wise to fit. But, I mean, these look really cool. It's got some good weight again. The last one that we're going to look at here is, of course, his newest release. And that one is the Sky Kyber. Now, this is the first official release of a Sky Kyber design from one of the custom crafters out there that are doing custom Kybers today. I know there's a number of different crafters out there that are working on variations of this. This is the first one. This one is not chipped either. This one is specifically a display. It is to be worn. It is to be displayed. It will not, as you can tell, fit inside of a Savi's chassis or inside of a holocron, because it is much larger than your average Kyber crystal. So it does have some nice weight to it. It's not heavy. It's not something that's going to weigh you down. It is solid resin, but I think it looks very good. It's got a nice detail to it. It looks very similar and very close to the design that we saw in the Andor movie. This one here is all resin. So unlike the true Kyber necklaces like we saw with the Relic Hunter and the Master Kyber, these do not have quartz inside these. These are exclusively just resin as far as the design goes. But it's a very nice design. I think you did a good job on this, you know, trying to get something out that had that detail and that look that you see in the Andor show. So you may be asking yourself, well, what colors and voices do we have on some of these Kybers? Let's take a look and see. Alrighty, so let's start with the first one that we had, and that is the Skull Kyber, the yellow variation. Now, these are single chips, so they're not going to have, you know, multiple voices and stuff on them. This particular one, we get the Temple Guard. The Master Kyber, the Council's Gift, that one we're going to get Qui-Gon Jinn in this one. So let's move on to our Master and Apprentice set. This one here we're looking at, we have the Yoda 8-ball on this one. And then on the Dooku, we should have Count Dooku. So we do have those voices on those. Now, I don't know about the Jedi Slayer. I'm not sure which voices come on these. So we're going to take a look and see. We have Sidious on the first one. And it looks like they're both Sidious. Let me clear it to another color. And let's try this again. Yep, Sidious on both. The Ilum Relic. Now this one again, remember, this is the one that has true quartz in it. Okay. So let's see here. What do we get? And we have Old Luke. So Old Luke is going to show up on our Ilum Relic. So as you can see, the guys over there at Resin Heads just keep coming up with some of the most unique designs and ideas, making Kyber collecting, you know, the hobby of Kyber collecting even more interesting. I love the idea of having actual quartz inside these Kybers. Gives them a little bit more weight, but it makes it where they're more of a true crystal, having an actual piece of quartz inside. And I know, talking to the man behind all the ideas, adding the quartz into the resin wasn't an easy task, especially trying to be able to figure out where to put the RFID chip to make these work inside our chassis and our holocrons. It allowed him to make a new design, a new line of Kybers with slightly more weight, well as something different to offer in his true Kyber line. Yeah, I love, one of the things that I love about Resin Heads is they offer all these different glows and different looks depending on what kind of light you're charging them with. From ambient light inside your home, you know, from bulbs to normal daylight, intense UV. Each light and color, design, and Kyber glow, they're all different. Each one makes them all unique to themselves. So, I mean, if you haven't gotten anything from Resin Head, definitely take a look at their shop down below in the description. Check them out for yourself and see, you know, if one calls out to you through the Force. And I know you won't be disappointed. You know, pick that one up, or multiples for that fact. If you place an order, be sure, keep in mind to look out for those random proofs, like I said, and those little goodies that you might get inside the orders, you know, like Mr. Peepers. You know, sometimes they throw those extras in, you know, for those, like I said, the faithful returning customers. So before we go, I'm going to kick these lights off. I'm going to put all the Kybers underneath the Kyber cam. Take a look at the way these things glow. I mean, it is unbelievable at how, I mean, just the colorations of these as I hit it with the UV, and I know it's kind of washing out a little bit for you because I'm hitting it with some pretty intense UV light that's washing out my camera. I mean, you really can see just how the glow. And one thing that you'll notice is looking here at the two of the Jedi Slayers, they look the same with that red coloration to them, but when you hit them with this UV light, you can literally see how this one here over here has some it's hard to tell, but it's some bluish color that starts jumping out at you from that Kyber. The other one, as I rotate it here and show you, it does not have that. It actually has more of a pink and a red color that shows through on there. So I mean, like I said, each one is unique, each one is different, each one has some different colorations to them, and it just really makes them jump out and stand out and make it to where they're individually unique between each other. So those are the new items that I received from Resin Head's Custom Curiosities. If you like any of the offerings and any of the creations that they've made, make sure you jump down below in the description, check out their store, pick some of these up. I know you will not be disappointed whatsoever in what you'll purchase. So thanks for joining me. I do appreciate it. So thanks for joining me. I do appreciate you guys stopping by. As always, don't forget, hit that like and subscribe button down in the corner. Socials are across the bottom. And hey, if you like review videos like this on Kyber crystals, check out this playlist right up here. More custom Kybers for you. Thanks for joining me. And as always, may the Force be with you.